Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. This video is going to be regarding SirenCon plans again. And excuse the fan and that junk right there. It's kind of hot up here, so I have the fan going. But I'm going to be going over mini Siren plans, STH rotor signature, camera stuff, and the time I will be there. Actually going to SirenCon and whatnot. So starting with the mini 3T22B, considered technically. The Siren should be going to SirenCon if I have enough space, and I figured out the signals that I'll be running it at SirenCon. The signals that I'll be running is short attack and alternate bail. Since I already ran alert and fast rail last year, I'm going to be doing those signals for it. So as long as I have space, as long as I have enough space, it should be going. Now for the 2T22A. That Siren is going to SirenCon again, and it's going to be running short attack. And I don't know if I'll be doing fast whale on it. I might do fast whale on it, but I am not sure yet. But as of right now, it's only going to be doing attack. Now, the mini cyclone is going, but and the signals it'll be running is short alert, attack, and fast whale. So that's the signals for that. And most of these I'm not going to be doing alert on anyways, because it kind of just takes up space, and because the mini siren time isn't too long, it's only about an hour. So anyways, moving on to the 12 volt siren. 12 volt siren will be running short alert and attack. So 12 volt siren is in working condition now, so don't have to worry about it crapping out. Now the mini decos, they'll be running short alert and attack. So I also made some changes to the 1016 right here with the housing, because before when I ran this thing it would vibrate around because the rotor wasn't greatly balanced. I put some hot glue on the rotor in there, so it's better balanced and doesn't vibrate around when it's on the floor. So, and it's still it's not perfectly balanced to a point where everything's hunky-dory. It still kind of vibrates and rotates the housing while it's on, like in that one video I posted about a month ago. But aside from that, it works fine. I'll probably find something to hold the housing down, but that's fine. 1015 is also going. Doesn't really have that rotor wobbling issue, so I'm not worried about it. And for the STH rotor, I'll go over in just a moment here. Real quick, I forgot to mention that when I'm at SirenCon for the mini siren time, I'll have the sirens lined up something like this during the mini siren sounding, so that people on the far ends or anywhere can get a video of it and such like that, so they don't have to worry about being so the thing isn't so cluttered. If it was just in a big cluster, I might find something to help raise the siren up so you know which one's going off. I might use the blower fan cover for my blower motor to help raise it up, but I'm not sure yet. I might do that. But now going over rotor signatures, and I'll be saying this again for the last time. If you're going to SirenCon on Friday, May 30th, maybe around noon or something, whenever I arrive, that's when rotor signatures will actually open. So it's only going to be Friday. I'm not doing it on Saturday because there's either going to be too many people to sign it, or it's just going to be a big shit pile or big mess, and I don't want that to happen. And signatures are only going to be happening on the back of the rotor right here. I'll just give you a quick little show of it. This is the side that's going to have all their signatures, and how I'm going to do that is I'm going to put my name between these two bouncing bolts up there, and all of you who are going to be signing it, whoever it is, are going to be signing the whole back there right here below my name. We'll put a line below my name, and all of you can write your name below this point right here, basically in this area. And these dots did have a bit of a textured feel to them, so I sandpapered this whole thing a little bit to make sure, or kind of help the feeling, so it's not so rough when you write on it, but it's not great, but it's enough for you to at least get a clean signature on it. So the rotor is going again for signatures, so that's good. Now for me actually arriving to SirenCon, that's something I need to go over. So unlike the last video, last video I said that I would be leaving the house Thursday, staying the night in Minneapolis, and then getting up Friday morning to finish the drive to Rhinelander and such like that, and then getting up to site maybe around 2 p.m. Plans changed. The new plans are I leave the house Wednesday, okay? I stay the night in Minneapolis Wednesday night, and then Thursday morning, maybe around, I don't know, like 9, maybe 10 a.m., whenever we feel like leaving, we finish the job to Rhinelander, and then we reserve the rest of Thursday for checking out the sirens in Rhinelander, exploring the area, getting to our hotel room, and stuff like that. So I'll actually be in Rhinelander Thursday, and then Friday around 10 or 11 a.m., whenever the camp actually opens, is when I'll actually be on site. So I'll be on site very early. So assuming most people get there around the afternoon, I'll open signatures maybe around, I don't know, 1 or 2 p.m. Maybe around when my post came out. But if you see me at SirenCon before the signatures open at around 2 p.m., I'm guessing, whenever my post is I made out a while ago, then that doesn't mean that you can come in early and sign it. I'm only opening it at 2 p.m. and ending it around 3. Assuming that's when it is, I'll put a post out if I update the Rotor signature plans, but you cannot do it early and you cannot do it late. Whenever it's after 3 p.m., you cannot sign the Rotor. Unless you're someone that I know especially. But if you're just someone that forgot to sign it at 3 p.m., you cannot sign it after that. So I apologize for that. You have to be there between 2 and 3 p.m. to actually get a signature on it. But that's pretty much everything for arriving and Rotor signatures and whatnot, and the mini sirens as of that. So yeah, going over camera stuff now. Now this I didn't really go over in my last video very well, but I'm going to be going over it in this video. So all the cameras I'm bringing to SirenCon is my Sony HX400, my HDR6 405, my Sony HX9V, JVC Averio GZ MS130, Canon Rebel T2i, and then my newest acquire, my new Sony tape camera. Now the model of this thing is on the bottom here. CCD TR517 right there, and it's the newest acquire that I got, and I should be bringing it to SirenCon. Now for all this, in terms of actually recording sirens, it's going to be a little different than last year. So last year I pretty much only used my 405 for main sirens, and the P50 I used my HX9V. I'm not going to be doing that this year. What I'm going to be doing this year is I'm going to be alternating between these 3 cameras right here, these 3, and be alternating to conserve battery life, see which one does best for video, and add some variety, kind of. So, yeah, I think the best one out of all of them is probably this one, because it has most zoom and such, even though it's not the newest. But aside from that, it's going to be these 3 that are going to be alternating between the main siren sounding. The JVC I'm going to be using as my BTS camera, and what I'm going to be doing is when I upload the main shot video of each siren, I'm going to be uploading the BTS from this camera alongside it. It's not something you have to watch. It's just going to be a behind the scenes of where I was during the sounding, what I did, such like that. So they're all going to be separate videos. It's not going to be one big video, unfortunately, but it's just less stressful on me, so I don't have to make a whole video and such like that. I hope it works for everybody, and if you have any questions, just ask in the comments, whatever, I don't really care. The Canon Rebel T2i, especially last year, was my photography camera. It's going to be my photography camera again. And last year I really lacked in terms of photography, so I'm going to be using that again for photography. I'm going to be taking way more photography than last year too, because I didn't really take that many photos, and I'm kind of upset about that. But aside from that, Canon is going. And now the tape camera. Now this one I've been kind of dwindling about for a couple days now, since I didn't get it that long ago. But I figured out what I'm going to be doing with it, and I'm not going to be using it for BTS or nothing. I might use it for 1 or 2 siren soundings, depending on what the siren is and whatnot. But what I do know I'm doing is that I'm going to be doing a thing where I use all of these cameras to record that big main finale siren. Now, I don't know what it's going to be. It could be a Century 40V2T. It could be a Chrysler Air Raid siren. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to be something really big, and it's hopefully going to be better than the P50 from last year. But whatever it is. I'm going to be using that to record the finale siren only if I'm not recording any main sirens with it. So that's that. It's also a tape camera. I had spent like $110 just to get equipment to get the videos off of this thing, because if you don't know, for tape cameras, you need a lot of equipment just to transfer the analog video from the tapes onto digital, like on your computer. And I buy a $100 converter to do that, and then I also bought a audio equalizer, so if the audio comes out 2 channels in stereo, it doesn't come out 1 speaker on whatever side. So I have that. I have a brand new tape for it. It's an 8mm camera, so the tapes are about 2 hours of recording, assuming what I recorded in. So those, I hope the video on that comes out good. I haven't actually tested the video yet. I'm gonna have to be doing that, make sure everything works and whatnot. So, but the camera does turn on and work. I've already tested most of those functions. I just need to see if the recording works. So that's all that. Tripods. Now, tripods has been the biggest and most stressful thing in terms of SirenCon this year by far. And that's because of, I have 6 cameras to handle, but I only have 3 tripods. But I recently bought 3 more tripods for that part, so it's not a big deal anymore. But you're probably wondering right now, oh, you have 6 cameras here, but you're using the JVC for BTS, so that leaves 5. So then where's the other one? I'm going to need 6 because I am going to be using my phone, the thing I'm recording on right now, to record that main finale siren too. So I'm going to have 6 main shot cameras recording that main finale siren, with the JVC being my BTS. So you're going to see 7 videos of that main finale siren on my channel. The first one will probably be my phone video, which I'll upload right after. Hopefully, maybe when I get back to my hotel. I don't know. But that's probably how it's going to go. The tape camera is probably going to be the last video because it's so much more. But I do have 3 other tripods coming. So I have enough tripods for SirenCon and all my cameras. I know I probably don't need to be doing this, but I just want to do it because I didn't do it last year. And I feel like it'd be something kind of cool to test audio and video on all of them compared to that big finale siren. So that is essentially in terms of the camera stuff and whatnot. So all of them work and whatever. So if you have any questions for that, ask me in the comments and such. So, oh yeah, and to prove that this is an actual tape camera, I'll go ahead and show you right here. And that part that comes up, and then that cartridge comes out. So yeah, that's where you put the tapes. It's an 8mm camera, like I said. So that's where you put the tape, close it, and then it goes back. So I'm just proving that it's an actual tape camera. But that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think of anything else I need to say. But that's essentially the whole shebang, whole shaboodle on my SirenCon plans for this year and whatnot. So, but I'll go over rotor signatures one last time because I feel like that's going to be the biggest thing for me, aside from cameras and mini sirens. So it's only going to be Friday, and so it's only going to be Friday. Around 2 p.m. is what it's going to be right now. I don't know if it's going to change. If it changes, I'll put a post out. But that's when rotor signatures will be implemented and whatnot. So, and yeah, another thing I forgot to mention, I just remembered. The live stream I was going to do on my phone. So the live stream is still going to happen. So don't worry for people that aren't going or people that are there, they just want to watch what's going on. The live stream is still happening and nothing really has changed with it. The timing, though, will probably be right after rotor signatures. I don't know. I'll put a post out probably eventually on when the live stream is going to be scheduled or if the rotor signatures are rescheduled and whatnot. So that's pretty much it for all of my SirenCon plans and such. So if you have any questions that I never went over or you want clarification on, I'll respond to you in the comments. So yeah, that's basically it for this quick video. Peace out.